Hello friends, my name is Sood. Today we shall discuss about a topic plan driven approach. Friend, today's topic is very interesting and I hope you like this video because if you are having interest in the PMBOK guide, especially we have taken this topic plan driven approach from the PMBOK guide 7th edition. And if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam of PMP, so this video could be helpful for you. So let's just start, friend. First of all, I will request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well, so that my new videos can reach to you. So let's just start, friend. Plan driven approach, basically, first of all, this is the approach of project management. Whenever we are managing the projects, so there is one approach called as plan driven approach. Now what is that means of plan driven approach? That basically this is an approach which we use to manage the projects. Now exactly what it is: the style of development that attempts to plan for and anticipate upfront all of the features a user might want in the end product, and to determine how best to build those features. The work plan is based on execution of a sequential set of work specific phases. Basically, the traditional approach of waterfall approach, that normally we consider this as a plan driven approach. How it basically we are saying it, for example, why? Because see, friend, we have to do the all the planning, that what exactly required, what needs to be done, what are the features which are required in the product. We plan it at a very early stage of a product. So basically, plan driven approach means that it is main focus is on the planning. Normally this type of approach is used in the waterfall or traditional project management approach. Why? Because let me give an example here. Like we in the waterfall approach, what we do, like we do all the planning in the planning phase, then development, and then testing, and then production deployment. But in the case of planning, all the major planning will be done in the planning phase. So that is why normally we call the waterfall or traditional project management as a plan driven approach. Now the question here is, what is the difference between the plan driven and the agile approach? Now see, the plan driven approach is the waterfall approach. The agile approach is the scrum based approach. Okay, so agile, what is agile? Actually, agile is the iterative based approach in which we basically get the customer feedback, we do the development in the iteration based approach, and we deliver the things to the customer in the iteration actually. So the main concept here is that agile based approach is based on iteration. With each iteration, the product will get more mature, and we deliver the things to the customer, and after some iteration, the project will gets completed, and we are getting the feedback from the customer at a very early stage in the agile approach. Now agile approach software development consider design and implementation to be the central activities in the software process. They incorporate other activities such as requirement elicitation, testing, design, and implementation. By contrast of a plan driven approach, the to software engineering identifies a separate stage in the software process with outputs associated with each stage. The output from one stage are used as a basis for planning to the next stage. Basically, see, friend, here traditional project management means the you can say the waterfall approach. So in the waterfall approach, what we do, like we plan, develop, test, and then deploy. Okay, it is a sequential approach. The agile is the iteration based approach in which we do the things in the each iteration. Okay, and with the each iteration we are giving things deliverables to the customer, getting the feedback, and with each iteration the customer the product gets more mature and delivery is getting increasing. In a plan driven approach, iteration occurs within activities with formal documentation. Okay, we should have to create a small core set of formal documents defining the project objectives, how they are to be achieved, who is going to achieve them, when they are going to be achieved, and how much they are going to cost. These documents may also reveal inconsistencies that are otherwise hard to see, used to communicate between stages of the process. For example, if you in the traditional project management, we have to do the scope document, functional specification document, risk management plan, communication management plan. So many documentation is there in the traditional project management. In the agile approach, iteration occurs across activities, therefore, the requirements and the design are developed together rather than separately. This is a very important topic, that design and development are basically go together in the agile approach. However, in the waterfall approach, we have to do all the planning, designing first, and then the development start after that. Okay, so this is a very big difference is there. Now, when to use the agile approach and when to use the plan driven or traditional approach, it is important to have a very detailed specification. If it is necessary to have a detailed specification and design, then you have to use the plan driven approach. If it is an incremental delivery strategy, can be used where software engineers deliver the software to customers and get rapid feedback from them, so you can use the agile approach. How large is the system that is being developed? Agile methods are most effective when the system can be developed with a small co-located teams. Okay, if system is if it is a small co-located team, so you can use the agile approach. If it's a large system and require large development, software development, so you can use the plan driven approach. Okay, then what type of system is being developed? Plan driven approach may be required for systems that require a lot of analysis before implementation. Okay, if analysis is more required, then you can use the plan driven approach. What is the expected system lifetime? Long lifetime system may require more design documentation to communicate the original intentions of the system developers to the support team. What technologies are available to support system development? Agile methods rely on good tools to keep track of evolving design. Okay, then how is the development or team organized? If the development team is distributed or part of the development is being outsourced, the software engineer may need to develop the design documents to communicate across the development teams. If there are the cultural or organizational issues that may affect the system development, traditional engineering organization have a culture of plan based development. This is the normal standard in software engineering. How good are the designers and programmers in the development team? It is sometimes argued that agile methods require higher skill level than plan based approaches, in which programmers simply translate a detailed design into a code. So, it's all these factors are dependent that what methodology, agile approach or the traditional project management approach you can use. It all depend on the different scenarios and different on certain conditions and certain scenarios. So, friend, thank you. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks for watching the video. Thank you, friends.